away. And coming to the first of the 8 flights. And Run for Gold is the first to show in the centre of the picture. Run for Gold from Sand Walker, ever great right up with them, and then Mollington, and then Hal's Joy and George Miguel. Hal's Joy, in fact, pecked a little on landing, but didn't lose any impetus, and Run for Gold is in the lead. Run for Gold from Mollington and Sand Walker and Alistair O'Mavros over on the far side on the right of the picture. He's a grey spot here, Alistair O'Mavros, very with Run for Gold. Between horses is Sand Walker. The whole shebang is just in behind them. Then come Mollington and Hal's Joy. Behind Hal's Joy is Cutter Dash with George Miguel and Kamach. And the back marker at the moment is Grant Lee, the back marker of the 30 as they come down to the next flight. Over the second, Run for Gold from Sand Walker and Alistair O'Mavros. Then comes Mollington. Then on the outside, Kamach with Hal's Joy. Whole shebang on the inner. Then Old Faithful and the Owls. And behind them comes Saxon Farm and Ambience on the inside. Behind Ambience is Primroller. Behind Primroller is Swinging Moon and then Phileas. And the back markers are Grant Lee, Ross Fandango, and Me Bonnie Lass has pulled up. So 29 as they run down the far side with Alistair O'Mavros on the inside of Run for Gold. Then comes Whole Shebang. Behind them come Cloud Walker and Ambience pulling quite hard on the inside. Towards the outer is Hal's Joy with Kamach, and just in behind them Old Faithful. Then comes 10th of October and Mantor, and behind Mantor is Swinging Moon, and then Charles Stewart. And the back markers now a Critical Path, Grant Lee and Ever Great as they come down to the next flight, to the 4th. Alistair O'Mavros and Run for Gold and Sand Walker just ahead of Whole Shebang. Then comes Old Faithful. Ambience on the inside. Return to Power has made progress. Swinging Moon is also well there. And so is Mollington. And then comes Manta. Right over on the far side now, Alistair O'Mavros with 3 left to jump from Run for Gold, Sand Walker. Just in behind them come Whole Shebang. Then the Owls and Saxon Farm and Return to Power. And over that one, Run for Gold lands in the lead as they race to the top of the hill. It's Run for Gold from Alistair O'Mavros, Return to Power, Saxon Farm on the inside. Running downhill now, Sand Walker still holding his position, and Wallow Will is making very good progress too towards the leaders. It's Run for Gold though as they run downhill from Return to Power, Sand Walker, Wallow Will. Then comes Saxon Farm, Alistair O'Mavros, then Mollington. Behind Mollington is the Whole Shebang. And then comes Vintage Year, and then Primroller making good ground towards the outside, but it's still Run for Gold the leader. From Return to Power, Saxon Farm, Alistair O'Mavros on the inside, Wallow Will coming there strongly on the far side. This is the second last flight. Run for Gold lands in the lead from Return to Power. Just in behind them, Saxon Farm, Mollington, then Wallow Will, then Primroller. Racing round the home turn now with 1 flight left to jump in the 1983 Daily Express Triumph Hurdle, and it's Run for Gold being pressed by Saxon Farm, Alistair O'Mavros. 10th of October coming there strongly too. Just in behind them, Ross Fandango. It's Run for Gold being pressed by Saxon Farm on the near side, Alistair O'Mavros on the far side. Very little between these three. 10th of October's next, and then Gainsay, and then Ross Fandango. The final flight, Alistair O'Mavros in the lead from Saxon Farm. Alistair O'Mavros touches down from Saxon Farm on the near side, and it's Saxon Farm on the near side who takes it up now from Alistair O'Mavros, and then 10th of October and Ross Fandango, and Saxon Farm is striding away. Saxon Farm and Mark Perrett, they've never been beaten in combination. They've won their 5th race together. Saxon Farm has won it. 10th of October is second, and in 3rd place Alistair O'Mavros, and then Gainsay and Ross Fandango, and behind them came Run for Gold, the long-time leader, and then Manta, and behind them came Old Faithful and Wallow Will, and then Ambience. And looking right down the field, the last to finish in fact is Charming Charles. And so a tremendous 1-2 for Stan Mellor in the 19th running of the Daily Express Triumph Hurdle. The result, first number 34, Saxon Farm, owned by Mr. Ray Birchall, trained by Stan Mellor and ridden by Mark Perrett, Second was number 38, 10th of October, owned by Mr. T.H. Ferris and Mrs. C.M. Ferris, trained by Stan Mellor and ridden by Bill Smith. And third was number 1, Alistair O'Mavros, owned by Mr. M.C. Paraticus, trained by Josh Gifford, ridden by Richard Rowe.